The winter carnival at Parkridge Community Center was in full swing when it happened. 1 second, the place was glowing with fairy lights, the smell of popcorn drifting through the air, children's laughter bouncing off the walls. The next, darkness. The music cut off. The heaters went silent. The air seemed to freeze as panic spread through the crowded hall. Someone screamed. Someone else started crying. In the chaos, people shouted over each other. No one knew what had happened. At the far end of the hall, mopping up a sticky patch of spilled soda, stood Ethan Cole. A single dad, barely making ends meet as the night janitor. Ethan didn't wear a suit or command a boardroom. But he knew one thing. Children scared in the dark needed calm, fast. He dropped the mop, his voice steady, strong. "Kids, over here. Everyone, follow my voice." A small flashlight dangled from his belt. He clicked it on, the thin beam slicing through the pitch black. Tiny faces turned toward him. Some clung to balloons, others to each other. Ethan crouched low, making himself a safe point in the chaos. "All right, little ones, we're going to walk in a line. Hands on the shoulder in front of you. Nobody lets go. Ready?" A trembling boy in a red hoodie nodded, grabbing Ethan's worn jacket. One by one, the children formed a chain. Ethan started moving. Slow, careful steps toward the emergency exit. Behind them, the rest of the crowd was still shouting, fumbling for phones. Somewhere, a man barked orders that no one seemed to hear. "Keep talking to us," a small girl pleaded. So he did. He told them about his daughter's favorite bedtime story, about the time he accidentally dropped an entire pizza upside down in the kitchen, about the snowstorm of '09 when he built an igloo in the parking lot. Each word anchored them in something familiar, keeping fear at bay. Halfway through, another voice called out, deeper, urgent. "Hey, who's leading those kids?" Ethan didn't stop walking. "Just a janitor," he said, still keeping his voice calm. "Follow along if you want to get out." The sound of footsteps grew closer. A tall man in a long coat caught up, face barely visible in the faint light. It was Richard Hanley, CEO of the corporation that funded the community center. The same man who, last week, had walked past Ethan without so much as a nod. Now, the CEO fell in step behind the children, his hand resting lightly on the shoulder of the boy in front of him. For once, he wasn't giving orders. He was following them. The group reached the exit, the bitter night air rushing in as Ethan pushed the door open. The kids spilled out into the parking lot, shivering but safe. Inside, the darkness swallowed the hallway behind them. The CEO stepped into the light of the street lamps, looking at Ethan as though seeing him for the first time. "You kept them calm. You got them out," Hanley said, almost to himself. Ethan just shrugged, pulling his coat tighter around him. "They're just kids. You don't leave them in the dark." Somewhere in the distance, sirens began to wail. And for the first time that night, the CEO didn't seem like the most important man in the room.